Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at The Giver, Chapter 21. Oh, and things finally get crazy, I think, in this chapter. It starts off with everything falling apart. All the plans that we talked about last week oh man, there was just a whole chapter on just their plan, and everything fell apart. The night before it was supposed to happen. Well, how'd it fall apart? It started with Dad saying like, well, this will be Gabe's last night here. Goodbye, little fellow. And Jonas was kind of asking like, well, Dad, what's going on? Why isn't he going to stay here anymore? And Dad said, well, last night you weren't here, Jonas. And so we took Gabe back to the nursing facility or nurturing center, and Gabe cried all night, and so we've had to finally vote to release Gabe. So in the morning we're going to release Gabe, and inside Jonas's mind is like, they're gonna kill Gabe, my little brother. And so Jonas tries to be calm and, oh, when are you gonna do this? And just gets some information from his dad. And so that night, when everyone goes to sleep, Jonas kidnaps, in a way, Gabe. And he kidnaps Gabe. He leaves his house at night. He takes his father's bike, and he takes some leftover food. He breaks all of these rules, and he leaves the community, riding his bike across the river, past the river, sneaking around so the night crew doesn't see him, and leaving the community forever. Whew, wow. Jonas rides all night. His legs are hurting, and it just keeps going until the sun starts to rise. And then he pulls his bike over into some bushes, he hides it, they drink some water, and they have a little bit of food, and they fall asleep. And Gabe has been sleeping all night, but then Jonas shares some memories that makes Gabe fall asleep again. And from that night, it just goes on and on and on and on. In fact, Jonas loses count. He doesn't know how long they've been riding their bike. They ride at night, during the daytime, they eat, go to sleep, they ride at night, in the daytime, they eat and go to sleep, just over and over and over again. The only thing that really changes is when planes start to show up. So they're riding, I guess they were sleeping. Yeah, they were sleeping during the day, and they hear the sound of an airplane flying by, and it woke up Jonas and Gabe. And they kind of woke up, and they could see that there were search planes because they were flying really slow and really low to the forest. So Jonas realized, oh, they're searching for me. And whenever the planes would come, even though Jonas thought they probably can't see us because they can't really see color, they might be using some heat sensing technology. And so whenever the planes would come, Jonas would think cold memories, cold memories, cold memories. So their body temperature would go down. And this worked for a long time. And they just kept going. They would go, and sometimes planes would come. Sometimes planes would wake them up. Sometimes they'd come at night. Sometimes Gabe would hear the planes first. Until one night, finally, the plane stopped. And that is how the chapter ends. Vocabulary. There's a few here. The first one is cluck. Lucy kind of clucks her tongue. You bad boy, you. That sound. Languid. Languid means without energy or kind of lazy. I can't exactly remember where it was used in the story, but that's what it means. Seeped. This is when something slowly goes from one place to another. So for example, if you spill some water on a table and you take a napkin, okay? Now if you just touch the corner of the napkin to the water will seep into the napkin. Or if you use a rag and you get all the water and you just hold the rag up, the water will start to whoop, 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 seep through the rag. And so that's kind of like slowly move from one place to another. Rutted means uneven or bumpy even. But if you imagine a farmer makes rows in the field. These can be called ruts. Okay, these channels, we can call those ruts. That's what I think about when I think of ruddy and bumpy. This kind of farm field, riding their bicycle. And Gabe is laughing because he finds it so funny. Another set of vocabulary words here, just 3 more. Fugitives. Fugitive is someone that is running from the police. They are, I don't know if they're guilty or not, but they have escaped and they're running away and someone is after them. Call that a fugitive. Taut, his legs become taut, and that's like strong. It can be like stiff, so it breaks, but it can also mean just strong and prepared. So after riding for so long, first his legs were so painful, but now they're tougher and stronger and he can go and ride his bike all night. The last one here, haphazard. This means carelessly or without thinking, messily. So towards the end of the chapter, the pilots were searching haphazardly, lazily, messily. They were going fast. They weren't looking carefully. Discussion question I have for you is, what would you have done if you were Jonas? Okay, you're at the table and Dad says, "Oh, tomorrow morning we're going to kill your little brother." What would you do? Would you do everything just like Jonas did? Would you change things? Would you have some other plan, or is his plan perfect? What would you do if you were Jonas during this situation, especially the beginning part? Of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.